process by which you take a school to develop into what it really can truly become is complex, and it takes time. Lo importante aquí, important thing that you got to understand here, es de que aquí no hay flexibilidad para lo que es el requisito. There's no flexibility here for what's required of you. Be on time, be respectful, learn. But the key is we have to make it exciting for you to want to learn. Nosotros tenemos que darle la oportunidad que le guste el aprendizaje, que él desee el aprendizaje. And if we do that, you're going to graduate without any problem. But you have to do the right things. Attend class, don't be late, don't miss school. No puede faltar, tiene que estar a tiempo. Our school here is going through another phase, let's say, a rollout of what the concepts are, back to the big picture learning model, that those conversations that Elliot Washer, Dennis Litsky, myself, Carlos Moreno, who today is doing fabulous work in Newark, New Jersey, Steve McCrea in Florida, Mario Lorente, also in Florida, Will Sutherland in England, people like that are trying to find the, let's say, way to inspire learning, to make it grow and develop.
And I like the fact that we are a very small environment, so we get to personally know our students and interact with them and know exactly what they are capable of. That allows us to be able to push their buttons in terms of challenging them each day in terms of their academics. However, we also find ourselves going far beyond academics and allowing them to be a lot more creative in terms of different projects and hands-on.
At this school, we've tried to develop a situation where every young person can share openly what their goals are, what their inspiration is, why things are different, what has made them become in control of their learning. That comes about when a school setting provides that culture and climate that addresses the individual first. Once you get them to understand that they are the focal point of instruction, get out of the way. We're having great success here at this school in the second year of this development, where students are passing classes at a really fabulous rate.
He tries to make things a little more interesting for us, so we actually feel like we want to work. He doesn't want us to work because we have to, he wants us to work because we want to.
See, at regular high schools, you kind of don't really know the ordeal of what school really is, and here, like, you learn a lot about yourself and what school's really about, and you just want to educate yourself. And
once you're pinned down as a troublemaker by one person, the whole school sees you as like that. And over here, I mean, they don't really judge you. You know, we're all seen as equals as students.
It's really different from where I came from. I didn't have a lot of help at my other schools. Here, I have an understanding on what I'm supposed to do and what I'm going to do after I graduate from here.
The words, they listen, they talk to me, they help me, all come out because we've gone first to find out who the individual is, who the child is in the room, who the learner is, and then give them the tools. We use a portfolio system. It's very common, very old, it's nothing new, but we bring it home by saying, show us your best work, be proud of what you're doing, and most importantly, control.
It's like it tells you all the credits that we have, and then which ones are we missing, and then in the back it tells like all the course classes that we passed, and then so like we could just like show this to our moms, you know, that we're doing good in school and then we pass more classes from the last time that she's seen it.
We'll look on the official record and then it'll tell us if that grade has been put in.
I know I had that one for sure, the completion for this one. For government, I just haven't gotten it. I've been bugging Parker.
Right. We're bringing in parents slowly as we're in October. We haven't finished our school yet. I'm bringing every parent to set up this learning plan. In high school, how many credits do you need to graduate? What have been the deterrents? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? How can we help you? How can we find the interventions if they're necessary to be used with you? But most importantly, that the young person and the family understand what it takes to become a graduate of a high school in California and in the United States. You know, in America today, we talk about students that have needs, and some people say they have special needs. It's our opinion at this school that all of our kids have special needs. It's finding the special need, tapping into it, that makes things just become flower into the beauty of learning.
We meet with our students 2 or 3 times a week, depending. In this district, it's a little difficult because there's a shortage of resource teachers, and so I have to travel between 2 schools. So it makes it a little challenging to meet the needs of all of my students, but we do the best we can with what we have.
Is there room for profanity on campus? Think back to where you came from. These schools that you came from, the big ones, how much profanity did you hear at lunch? Our hope is that they become a vibrant learner, someone who loves the process, that will carry into trade school, junior college, the university, graduate school, and parenthood, etc., etc. One of the requirements of our foods class on this campus is not just to take an exam on the context of, or the learning of how to cook, etc., but actually cook a meal for the class they're in, for all the students in the class, and that's their final exam, if you want to call it that, even though we shy away from that. Louis Perez and Los Lobos, the world-famous band, have agreed we're trying to create an academy of learning for music to incorporate and infuse our instructional design, if you will, with that piece, the cultural, artistic piece. We're doing the Andean flutes, we're doing the jaranas with Cesar Castro. Fabulous work to bring music into the mix where the student can find themselves that, hey, guess what? When you write in an English class, it's the same as a song that I may have heard, something that inspired me and moved me to want to learn what the song was about. Nosotros aquí en esta ciudad de Los Ángeles estamos tratando de incorporar o crear una manera de aprendizaje que se relaciona al mundo real. Es decir, que lo que estudian sea algo que se pueda aplicar a la vida real. Y eso es complejo porque estamos acostumbrados a un sistema académico como Latinoamérica que estudia, repite, toma el examen, pasa la clase y gradúa con un bachillerato, etc. Pero en la realidad, ¿cuántas personas en Latinoamérica tienen trabajo, aunque son doctorados, tienen esos bachilleratos? Estamos pidiendo que el mundo hispano entienda la manera de aprendizaje en este país e incluso que en Latinoamérica se abran los ojos. Ahorita en México hay una oportunidad muy grande de cambiar el sistema educativo a algo que sea relacionado a la vida real del mundo, y eso requiere que cambiemos la manera que vemos al alumno, a los padres y a la escuela, y que le demos el poder al alumno controlar y dirigir el aprendizaje. Si podemos lograr eso, este mundo de nosotros puede cambiar algo magnífico. Por favor, tengan la oportunidad, si quieren informarse conmigo, me pueden hablar aquí en Los Ángeles. Esperamos que en el futuro podamos crear un sistema que sea relacionado a ese mundo real y que ustedes tengan el éxito de aprendizaje de sus hijos. You can reach us here at Highland Park High School. Our number here is 323-254-3421. Se pueden comunicar aquí en la escuela, Highland Park en Los Ángeles. El número es 323-254-3421. You can also visit the Big Picture Learning website. Highly recommend that. Pueden ustedes visitar el sitio internet que se llama Gran Aprendizaje, Gran Retrato, Big Picture Learning. Let's create the learning plan for kids all over this world that they can get back to the love of learning that I think Plato, Aristotle, people that far back had a hunch. They had an idea how that would happen. And it's only going to happen if we return to that real personalization of instruction. We remain committed to it. So join us. And I hope that this film helps in some way for our future of our world. Son, you did it, not me. You did it because you want it for you and your familia. And that's priceless, bro. So great job. Whatever you need, come anytime. You know you're welcome here, okay, Neil?
Thanks,
all right, God bless. A cumplir todo eso, vuelve aquí el día siguiente a las 8 de la mañana, antes de las 8. Tomorrow before 8, you come and
you have the papers tomorrow?
Yep. So she's going to give your dad the Spanish one. Le va a hablar el documento y ya estamos listos, ¿ok?
Está bien,
Señor,
mucho
respeto.
gusto. Gracias.
Ojalá que se mejore.
Gracias.
All right, son, let's see what happens, okay?